Because I like my peace, first of all.
What if a woman brings you that?
There's no such thing as that.
You don't think there's no such thing as a woman bringing
There's
man
no
peace?
such thing as somebody living with you on a day-to-day basis is bringing peace.
He has a point. You know, there is a level of peace whenever you are single or solo or living by yourself.
It's always going to be something because you're going to have a bad day where I'll have a good day, and that's not going to be peaceful for me. I'm going to come home like, damn, baby.
Like I said, your partner can bring you peace, but there is a level of peace to living by yourself and being solo. It's quiet in here. If I don't want the TV on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Travis, and welcome to the IPH Theory. Also, I am one half of the Cultural Discussions. Please like, follow, and subscribe to both entertainment channels on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get straight into it. I have a video to react to today. It is coming from the Truth After Dark podcast with NBA legend Paul Pierce is one of the stars on the show. And they have another beautiful young lady who's a star as well. It's their show. I truly forgot her name, but the podcast is called Truth After Dark. And there's a clip that they released 3 months ago, and it's revolving and regarding the word peace. And it's dealing with relationships and living by yourself and things like that. But like I said, let's get straight into it. Here we go.
Because I like my peace, first of all.
What if a woman brings you that?
There's no such thing as that.
You don't think there's no such thing as a woman bringing
There's
man
no
peace?
such thing as somebody living with you on a day-to-day basis is bringing peace. It's always going to be something because you're going to have a bad day where I'll have a good day, and that's not going to be peaceful for me. I'm going to come home like, damn, baby, like I had a good... Something going to happen to where you going to hijack my emotions. So that's not peaceful. You feel me? Peace is peace. And peace is me by myself. I come home, I watch TV, I make my own food, I go to bed, I work out, I wake up at 5:30, I roll over in the bed, I lean this way, I fart, whatever I do, whatever, in my bed, that's peace. I'm cool. I can let loud snore, whatever. I ain't got nobody complaining about nothing.
Yeah.
He has a point. You know, there is a level of peace whenever you are single or solo or living by yourself. That is funny. Towards the end of the clip, he said, yeah, I can just roll over this way and fart. I felt him when he said that. We all done rolled over and passed gas in the bed, including you women. Y'all pass a lot of gas. We not going to act like y'all don't, because, you know, a lot of y'all act like y'all don't pass no gas, but you do. I will say this. I feel like if you're in a relationship that your partner or spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance or fiancée can bring you peace, because obviously peace, there's different levels of peace. You have peace and quiet where you're just solo in solitude by yourself. Some people see that as peace. Yes, you might be in a relationship. Of course, you guys are going to have your ups and downs, but there are times where you might have a bad day and come home, and that special somebody brings you a level of comfort and brings you a level of support and brings you a level of peace. So I do feel like if you are in a relationship, that your husband or your wife or your girl or fiance, or like I said, your fiancé can bring you a level of peace. But Paul Pierce is talking about peaceful solitude, because relationships do come with their own dramas. He had a perfect example. If I had a beautiful day and you had a bad day, right now, you're not here and it's peaceful in the house. But as soon as you come inside the house, my peace is disturbed because you had a bad day. And since I'm with you, I feel obligated to talk to you and see what's going on. And now the energy has changed. The emotions in the household have changed. And remember, The E in emotion stands for energy, and motion is movement. That's why we like good vibes only. Vibe is a form of movement or motion or energy. We want positive vibes only. Now we know we're living in life. Okay. It's a seesaw. It's up and down. Sometimes your emotions are up here. Sometimes they're up here. Emotions are circular. If you're in a good mood, that's a good emotion. If you're in a bad mood, that's a negative emotion. So if you come inside the house, you are going to disturb his or her peace because our lives correlate with one another. They coincide with one another. So if you're feeling down, all of a sudden I'm feeling down. Something might not really be going on with me, but since she is upset, I might not become upset, but I might not be as peaceful as I once was. So what do you all think? Like I said, your partner can bring you peace, or that special somebody can bring you peace. But there is a level of peace to living by yourself and being in solitude and being solo. It's quiet in here. If I don't want the TV on, it's not going to be on. I can cook the food whenever I want to. If I starve that day, I starve that day. But no matter what, every decision and every emotion is up to me, because I'm the only person that lives here. Some of these relationships are tough, but at the same time, nobody wants to age by themselves. Some people don't have a problem with aging by themselves. I live a beautiful life as a single man, but at the same time, you do want a legacy. You do want companionship. You might want a child or two. But what do you all think? Do you all agree with Paul Pierce? Is there truth on both sides? Comment below. Once again, I'm Travis. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your patience. You have a blessed day.